morning. Welcome to Thursday Morning Marriage Reset Facebook Live. And I'm sorry that I'm a little late. I logged into Facebook to do my live, and overnight, Facebook changed the way that they do things. And now all kinds of funny things are flashing at me. Um, anyway, here we are. And today we're going to talk about grudges. Grudges. Do you hold a grudge? Do you know somebody who holds grudges? If you hold a grudge, do you know why you hold a grudge? Right? What is the purpose? Because everything that we do, we have a good reason for. Nobody does something for no reason. We don't just do something because. Sometimes things are automatic when they're outside our conscious awareness, but there's always a deeper reason for everything that human beings do. Do you know someone, did you know someone growing up who held grudges? Did you learn how to hold a grudge? These are all the questions I want you to ask yourself. Do I hold a grudge? Do I know why? What is the benefit or the outcome that I hope to get or have or experience? Do I know anybody in my past that held grudges? Is there somebody in my life today that holds grudges or that's holding a grudge against me? Because that feels awful to be on the other end of a grudge. So to begin with, people hold grudges for a very good reason. I'm not saying that it's a good reason you should continue to do it, but inside, when we decide how we're going to behave, how we're going to protect ourselves, right? How we're going to defend ourselves against perceived hurt or harm. A grudge is a defense process, and we think that holding a grudge is going to work. And what I mean by that is we think that if we are holding a grudge, we're going to send an unmistakable message to the person who hurt us or offended us or affronted us. And we're going to remind them that they did that and that it hurt, and not to do it again. And that's the key, not to do it again. Don't do that behavior, it hurts me. So I hold a grudge to ensure that you know that it isn't okay with me. Because if I don't hold a grudge, that's what we say in our minds. If I don't hold a grudge and I make it okay, then you're going to do it again. There are a number of faulty thinking elements in that whole protection, in that whole system of defense. Most of the time, people don't even know that we're holding a grudge to protect ourselves. They don't know that there's a message for them on the other side of the grudge. They just think it's about us and that we're acting badly. So it is much more productive to use our words, to talk to people and use iMessage feedback. So specifically today in this Facebook Live, I'm talking about your partner. Let's not generalize this to the world. Let's very, very specifically talk about you and your partner. So the thing that you would say to your partner is, look, I want to talk to you about that interaction that we had. When I heard you, not you said, when I heard you say X and so, that really hurt me. And I want to talk to you about it because I would like it if whatever you were trying to tell me, I understood better, and that you didn't speak to me in that way. That we could find another way for you to let me know what doesn't work for you, or for you to let me know when you don't like something that I said or did, because I want to know. It matters to me. I care if I've done things that you don't like, or that have hurt you or harmed you in some way. But the way you told me really doesn't work for me. So now we're out with it. We have disclosed, we have shared our deepest personal truth about the event. We've spoken to our partners and let them know that we were hurt and that we would prefer, it's a nice way of saying don't do it again. I prefer, listen, we're adults, we understand what these words mean, but you want to speak in more soft words than hard words. It hurt me. a partner can much more easily hear, that really hurt me. If you get ridiculed, or your partner rolls his eyes or her eyes and says, oh, get over it, or oh, I didn't mean it, or oh, it wasn't anything, then we have a different problem. And holding a grudge for sure is not going to solve that problem. But that's a different kind of problem. That's a different dynamic showing up in your relationship that needs your attention. So holding a grudge, the purpose of holding a grudge is to make sure that the other person knows that you were hurt, that that behavior is not okay, and to not do it again. And they don't work. Grudges don't work. So stop it. Decide today that you're going to do it differently. And the way that you're going to do it is to speak to your partner and share what doesn't work and ask for what we call a behavior change request. A behavior change request. If you're the partner on the other end of a grudge, then go to your partner and say, you know, I'm noticing that after we have disagreements or upsets, that you have a particular way of being, and I'd like to know about that. I'm curious, I'm interested, it matters to me. Because I notice that your face has a certain look, or your body language has a certain way of being. So really talk about what you're hearing, what you're seeing, as if from a camera. Don't guess, and don't tell your partner how he's being or how she's being. Let them know what you're observing. I'm observing, I'm noticing, and it matters to me. I miss you. I miss the coziness, the closeness. I miss the way your eyes laugh when you see me walk into a room. Grudges. Grudges don't work for the people that hold them, and they for sure don't work for the people on the other end. So there's another way. Practice. It takes time. It takes intention. It takes attention. And your deliberate intention and attention to some of these behavior change requests, some of these ways of being present together, will really shift your relationship quickly. And it'll feel much more like the way you want it to feel. If you're listening to the replay, let me know how you're using this feedback. If you hold a grudge, if you've decided to do it another way, if you've chosen to speak with your partner, perhaps. So next week is a big week. It's a very big week, and we're going to be looking at some skills and tools, or actually tools and strategies that will really move your relationship forward out of being together all the time into making decisions together and deciding how you want to show up together and how you want to show up individually. Okay? So thanks very much. It was good to be here with you today. Remember to be strong, be brave, find your courage, tell your truth. And I'm here for you anytime. Take very good care. Talk to you next week. Bye for now.